We go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here on this pajama day. It is a day for wearing pajamas. I'm watching Zoe step closer to that mat. It is the mat that has already gotten Boyasi, but what you doing, Zoe? I'm pointing the camera towards that side. You can't really see inside the bathroom, but you can see Zoe just like sneaking into the other room. That's funny. All right. Pajama day. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Zoe. You want to climb on your stick? Oh, you going to get it? Yeah, you can get it. So close. You can get it. It's like, I don't know if I want to be on the stick, actually. He says. I don't think he just wants to be able to if he wants to.
It's the stream topic.
Today's stream topic is pajama day.
What's the topic?
That's the topic talked about pajama day. That's pretty much how I'm feeling.
I don't see you sleep in a scarf too often.
The scarf is extra. The scarf is for style. Okay. Yeah.
I sleep in style.
I sleep in style. I mean, technically, I do have a scarf on my bed. I just don't wear it.
Wear it on your face.
It's just for my face. It's true. I will redress, I think, this one. The biggest thing is just these colloidal patches need some extra help to stay on properly.
Those are band-aids.
No, I'm talking about...
Those things.
Yeah.
No, that was...
Are you a good girl? Yeah. There is Miss Bags. Hey, Miss Bags. Good morning to you, friend.
Hi, Zoe.
How are you doing? How's life treating you? You've been taking care of yourself? You want to hear them? Or you want to see at least who's making those sound? Hello. Just got back from California. Hello. Wow. Wow, Zoe.
Say hi.
Wow. He's gonna poop. Miss. Nobody that had to see it even. We just saw your body language. Yeah.
Hi.
What a cutie. How are pajamas gonna help me consciously evolve? That's a good question you ask, Mojo. That's one. There's Joe. That is a good question to ask, Mojo. And the answer is elementary, even obvious, clearly, totally. I'm not buying time to figure out what I want to say. I wouldn't do such a thing.
I'm thinking now. Pajamas, comfort. You can grow in comfort.
Yeah.
You would think,
Yeah.
but in reality, you actually grow best in discomfort. You have a bigger opportunity to grow best in discomfort.
Yes. What Joe says is right. I am most comfortable being dressed in an outfit, all dressed and pressed, and it's uncomfortable for me to be in pajamas, relatively. However, the pajamas itself is comfortable, so there is that physical comfort that comes with being here. I love your style. Thank you, Miss Pegs. Appreciate the love. Today's stream topic for me, the whole pajama thing, was actually more about like taking it less seriously. Is that
Air.
I thought that was the noodle brush for a second.
No, this is my brush.
Yeah. This bird. He's so fluffy. Are you fluffy? Are you a fluffy bird? Are you fluffy?
Oh, why so fluffy?
You so fluffy?
You're so big.
Are you a big chicken?
Happy?
Are you a big chicken?
Happy?
A chicken?
Why are you so big?
You so fluff.
Want a cookie?
You want a cookie for being big?
Want a cookie?
Looks like somebody put a sweater on him. Yeah.
Want a cookie?
Happy. Dance.
Happy?
Dance.
Want a cookie?
You just want cookies? Maybe he's cold a bit. I don't know. He is super fluffy.
Want a cookie?
Usually he doesn't stay fluffed for this long.
I think it's just his mood. He seems pretty needy right now.
You a bit of a needy
You wanna
birdie.
step up? You wanna step up and get a cookie?
Ah!
Yeah?
Want a cookie?
You wanna step up?
Good girl. Ah, yeah.
Keep going.
There you go.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, right. I love to dress. Me too, Miss Pegs. I actually do enjoy the process of getting dressed. Part of me has been enjoying the process of styling hair. Kind of, right? A little bit. I like it when it's styled for like 20 seconds before gravity takes hold of me again. I like the scarves. I like getting dressed in a bunch of colors. However, right, all of that being considered, wearing pajamas I feel has a certain quality to it. Right? I'm thinking about, and maybe that's why I use the term pajama day specifically in my stream title, is that we would have pajama days in school as a kid, where you would dress in nothing but pajamas, and you would get to go to school in said pajamas. And it was always something that I hated. I hated it. I hated it so much. It brought me great discomfort. However, it was what we were doing. So I was doing it. But it was this sense of like, I feel like judgment. I was like so scared I'm gonna get judged for the way my pajamas look or something.
Pajama day? Wearing pajamas to like school?
Did you ever have a pajama day? Okay, yeah. So Joe too. We would have pajama days, and then we would also have like food donation days. What food donation? Clothing donation days, where it will be pajama day, and then while it's pajama day, you bring all of the clothing that you are not wearing, and then you donate it to the clothing bank, and then it gets, reshared again. I think that part was kind of nice, but it was still this. Out of the norm experience. And I think maybe that's what the conscious evolution element is about this, Mojo, is that sometimes you have to escape your norm just a little bit, right? You have to escape what you have come to consider okay. You taking his ball out? Yeah, he ate all of his food this morning, real quick. Hey y'all, first and foremost, asking for prayers and healing vibes for Tim Reeb Sr. He's in the hospital and may need colon surgery. Tim Reed Jr. is one of my closest friends. I'm so sorry to hear that. Tim Reeb. Imagining Tim Reeb being able to spend some time with his grandkids afterwards. His first child will be born in June and he's very worried about his father's health. Thank you for bringing him into this space so we can consider him as well. Tim Reeb and Tim Reeb. Both of them are Tim Reebs. Is the baby going to be a Tim Reeb as well? I wonder. I hope all of the Tim Reebs are going to be okay. Being dressed versus being in the robe are totally different kinds of comfortable. Yeah, and how I feel usually depends on where I am. I see.
Totally, yeah.
Now the
wowzers.
conscious evolution layers are starting to be revealed. That's
Yeah, because like being in a robe sounds comfortable, right? At home. Being in a robe outside
in Walmart.
in Walmart, that would be very uncomfortable.
And yet some people are very comfortable in their robe, even in Walmart. Some people aren't.
To each their own.
To each their own. I think if I could really like get with it, were you allowed outside at all during COVID? Were you allowed to go to the grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure if I was living in America during COVID, I would become a robe denizen. I would wear my robe to the Walmart, probably. I had zero care. I had so little care at that point. But it is what you're saying, dear Sam. It is true in the way that the space in which you find yourself in has more to do with how comfortable you are than the actual clothing that you're wearing. I wonder if there's a way to forget, right? Almost like the. Did you get. What happened?
Nothing. I boo-booed. It's not a big deal. Jeez. Bodies get hurt sometimes.
I see
Your
her.
face,
I see her
I just
walking
got a
out
boo-boo.
with a
Sorry.
band-aid, puts band-aid around thumb. What happened?
I'm dumb, okay? I shut the door on my hand. Don't look at me like that.
My sweetheart. Zoe's door?
Yeah.
Did it nick you? Did it break
Fine,
skin?
don't worry about it. It's okay.
Love is true. Don't worry about it, she says, as I'm worrying about it. I wanna inspect, I wanna be like, wanna give it kisses, make it better. So beautiful. Good morning to you, BSF. Me too. I try to look my best every day. I'm the same as Pegs. I'm not generally the kind of person to just wear pajamas all day. I don't think I have, Joe. I don't think I've worn pajamas all day in like 5 years. Hasn't happened once in like 5 years.
You've not had a whole pajama day?
Yeah, have I? Have I done a live stream in pajamas before? I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
I honestly, like, I'm sure you have.
I might have. I might have. But it might have also been even on that day.
Shorts.
I could sleep in shorts, but I don't think all shorts are pajamas.
I mean, technically anything's pajamas.
If you sleep in
Tired
it.
enough.
Silly. Remember, that always seemed strange to me. Yeah, the pajama days things was pretty strange to me as well. I found it very weird. It seems selfish to pray to keep a person here, unless they're responsible for our current political situation. I mean, Frank Ostaseski talked about the selfishness that can come from people when they're dying. And it's not the actual people dying that are selfish, it's the people around them that are usually selfish, right? In the way where somebody might be ready to leave, but because of the people around them being so distraught, being so sad, being so desperate for a little bit more time, that person might end up holding on longer than they need to. They might be suffering more than they would have if they didn't have all of that attention on them during their death, right? It is their death. That's, I think, something that they talk about in that book as well. Like, remember, it's them dying. Let them have their death, right? Don't make it about you, kind of thing. But I think that being said, this is a surgery thing, right? So I feel like he still has a lot of life left. He just has a complication that might shorten his life, and I hope that it'll be taken care of promptly. I'm too old for pajama days. I'll be 65 in April. We would never do that, lol. Yeah, my robe is my favorite at home. Escape the norm. I can work with that. Yeah. Mojo is consciously evolving with us. He's like, There is something about it. There is something about it. I feel like there's. So maybe I can share it in this way. This weekend, we were completely outside of our norm, right? What has become normal to us is the current way in which we live, the current way in which we move through this space, right? And then this weekend, we took ourselves completely out of it. And the conversation that me and Jo had yesterday, one of the things that I said that I feel resonated with her is that we gave our default mode networks a break, right? Your default mode network is the part of your brain that's mostly responsible for your ego, for the part of you that does things a certain way, makes your coffee at a certain time, takes the dog out in a certain way, right? Gets in car, drives to work or whatever, right? Like there's a certain way in which you are. And we gave that part of ourselves a break this weekend. And I feel that's kind of the underlying current, the lesson, the juice that we're trying to squeeze from today's stream is in realizing that there is something good to be had in breaking away from the norm, escaping the norm a little bit, escaping your norm. It doesn't even have to be the overarching norm. It can just be your norm. For me, it's not normal to do this live stream in pajamas. And I could say that, I am completely doing it intentionally, right? That I'm just having a teaching moment here with myself, being in pajamas. But there is a certain element of laziness to it too, right? Am I going to be any better? Will I be helped? Will I have someone clap hands for me by dressing differently? No. Nope. And I get to no.
Something is good for your brain to
Good.
take an alternate route home.
Escape your norm. You have to go.
I still have stuff I'm gonna do. Yeah, but I just gotta go soon.
It's 30 minutes past 9.
Yeah.
There is some tea, but I know the caffeine might not be. There is some left there. We're drinking lean green. Lean green machine, it's called. Literally. It's a green tea with lemon balm and stuff. I don't know if it has actual lemon balm leaves, but lemongrass, there we go. Dan says, Sam, all due respect, I personally don't want my friend to lose his father before his first child is born. Yeah. No, I'm there with you. I don't think we want to lose anyone.
Dude,
I think all of us are very aware of the.
water.
I think so as well. We'll give them some water this afternoon. Make a conscious effort to water them. Yeah, love is true. I don't view it as selfish at all. I don't think this person, Tim, right? Tim Reeb is on his way out in that way. I don't think he's dying. I think if someone's dying, there's a different kind of quality to it. If someone has been fighting cancer for the last 6 years and they're emaciated and their breath is becoming more and more shallow and right, their body is wasting away. I feel like, and then you're trying to like hold on to them. You're giving them adrenaline shots every time it looks like they're going to not be there. That would be the selfishness, right? That would be you selfishly wanting to hold on to a person despite the fact that it might cause them suffering. I think it would cause suffering to the dad if he had to pass away before seeing his grandson. So I'm sure that the dad also wants to stick around. I think it's only selfish when the person wants to die and people don't let them. I love you, my darling. Thank you for living here with me, for being in the world of the living. Miss you already. Okay. Hey, Johan sent me a message. That's nice. Yeah. That's why I don't go to Walmart, Miss Peg's laughing. Love you, Zhao. See you soon. I've lost a lot of people, Dan, so I've developed a pretty pragmatic view on death. I hear you. I've not lost a lot of people, and I still have that pragmatic view on death. Death to me is not a conclusive thing, right? Death to me is more a quality of living. Very much a quality of living, right? In the same way, I can look for a certain quality of food, I would say. I don't look for the quality that's death. Make sense? No? So, if living is an experience, right? Let me frame it in this way. Me and Joe, on the way back from Kate's place, we had the conversation about misfortune. And the question that she brought into our space was why? Why is there misfortune in the world? Right? Like, why is it there? And my answer to it was that it is a quality of the world. However, even though it is a quality of the world, it is a very small one. the quantity of that quality is very limiting. In other words, when, and I'm not denying the fact that misfortune happens, but when misfortune happens, if you can really keep yourself aware, if you can take a step back, you'll realize that the misfortune is a very small part of the larger thing, right? For instance, it was a moment of misfortune that I got the wobbles and then fell off my wheel and scraped up my skin just a little bit, right? That was unfortunate. It was a misfortunate moment. However, the actual misfortunate moment was seconds long, right? It went from moving to wobble to falling in like less than 10 seconds, right? So the actual misfortune was 10 seconds long. And then as soon as I hit the ground and I get my bearings about me again, suddenly the fortune starts again, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm fortunate enough to still be able to move. I'm fortunate enough to not have any bones sticking out my body. I'm fortunate enough to be able to now get up and walk towards my wheel. And then I get to the wheel and I go and I lift it up and it auto balances. And I'm like, oh, I'm fortunate enough that my wheel is still working enough that I get to ride it back home. Then I'm like, oh, I'm fortunate enough to see all of the little bits that got broken off of my wheel and I can collect them. And I was fortunate enough to have two arms to carry all of my broken bits back home. Right? And then I was fortunate enough to have Jo here with me, fortunate enough to have her help clean my wounds, fortunate enough to have a shower with warm water so I can wash my road rashes, right? Fortunate enough to then have a bed to sleep in. Right? So like that's kind of the quality that I'm talking about, where death is a quality to life, right? But it's such a small part of life that it's not something that I uh, give much thought to, give much belief in. I think I'm done believing in things. I listened to a Terence McKenna talk just yesterday, and I don't know if Sam would like it because I know Sam talks about the faith, right? That if you could know something for a fact, then the faith kind of melts away and it becomes less important. But I definitely am a little bit like that, where I don't like believing anything. I like proving things. I like living into the felt fact of my immediate experience. That's the line, right? Live into the felt fact of your immediate experience. Nothing else is real. There is no future. There is no past. All there is right now. The past is memories. The future is imagination. What you got right now is it. And it can feel a little bit, I want to use the word lacking, but from the perspective of perceived lack, right? It's like you can find yourself here and be like, wow, look at how empty my hands are. These hands could be filled with something. Maybe food. Maybe a vape these days. People do like holding vapes. They make them such nice shapes. So they're so nice and holdable. Maybe a drink. Maybe big old burger. maybe your pajamas that you just took off. Maybe you're just gonna stand staring out into the void for a few seconds, just long enough to consider the fact that this is it. And not from a perspective of getting like dismayed by it, but very much from a pragmatic perspective, like, here we are, right? Here we are. Even if I'm in my pajamas, I am here. And there's no more of me here than there's not. I feel like Sam really brought up a poignant kind of point in this space about, like, depending on where you are, it might be easier. Like, I can be very comfortable. I can be in a state of ease being in pajamas at home right now, even though I am technically in your space too, right? It is kind of public. I don't feel like I'm being judged necessarily. All right, look at this guy in his pajamas in an establishment. Bet he would be bare feet if we let him. I don't actually like walking bare feet, technically. I should. I like walking bare feet on grass, but I was a kid. I was, as a kid, walking barefoot for most of my space. And then when I would walk, I would like walk barefoot on the farm, and my feet would stay relatively clean. Unless I was stepping in actual mud, my feet would stay relatively clean, because even back then, as like a 6-year-old, I was a clean freak. I would wash myself, wash my hands and wash my feet obsessively. And I noticed during that time that if I walk bare feet in the town, in the city, my feet would get black, right? Like literal, like sometimes even a film of like black stuff where it could be scraped off. I'm sorry. My poor kid self was horrified. I was like, what? What is out there? Why? I was like walking on concrete and floors. Why is my feet looking like this? So I stopped. I was like, no. Thank you, type shifter. That's nice. Is it type shifter who sent something? Combat Journeys is here with us as well. Miss Pegs, Kate is here, Nancy, Dan, Kiefer joining us too. It's nice having all of you friends. James was here too. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. Oh, Gabby Goo. High five to you, bro. Sending you love, Gabs. It's nice having you here. Right, I'm back at chat. I prefer the times of dressing. Thank you again, type shifter. You friends just like blasting me with love. That's nice. You new type shifter? Looks like. I don't think I notice or recognize is the right word your profile picture and username just yet. But if you're new here, welcome. We do one of these live streams every day, and today just happens to be pajama day. All right, it's not rare. This is rare live stream, right? This right here, super rare, right? The only way for me to make it more rare is for me to start eating on stream, right? Sit here and eat full course meal, right? That would be like Melt has been replaced by alien. This is an imposter, right? Somebody send help quickly. No. I prefer the time of dressing your best. I think you feel better when you look better. I agree. If I go out into the world getting dressed, even maybe a little bit here, I'm wondering if there's a part of my psyche that's being influenced by the fact that I'm not more dressed right now. Nah, I think the scarf helps. The scarf makes me feel more dressed than I am. That's how it works. So have I, Sam. I've lost 5 people, all who died in their 20s. That is crazy. I don't use this experience as an excuse to be insensitive, and I ask you for a little bit less of bluntness in your perspective in this moment. I don't think that's unreasonable, Dan. Know that you're probably sensitive in this as well. Sam said, my Miss Pegs, my grandma's thing was when I look good, I feel good, and that's true for me too. Same. I don't know if this is true, Sam, but Joe mentioned something like this, that you have a retinol skincare treatment thingy going on. Is that right? I started yesterday, and I'm suddenly painfully aware of that open window. I don't think I'm getting... That's part of the reason I want to do pajama days. I don't want to get any sunlight. And I think if I stay in my pajamas, I have a better chance of it. Mr. Reeb is not dying. He's not ready to leave. He is sick in the hospital. And I'm deeply disappointed by the response I'm seeing here for a simple ask for support. Well, Dan, it depends on what you're looking at, bro. Was my response, something that you're disappointed in as well? Like, what are we paying attention to, right? Are we looking at the pajamas, or are we looking at the person? What's more important to us, that they not wear pajamas or that they're there and present? I did volunteer work for veterans transitioning, allowing peace. Exactly. Your hair is a fire hazard. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny, James D. Yeah, no, it might be. I would lie if I said I haven't caught my hair a little bit on fire at least one time. I remember it. Painfully, I remember that moment. It was very embarrassing. It wasn't all on fire, not like that. It was just like a little bit. It was when I still had long hair and one of my front curls got lit on fire. Furthermore, Sam, I am fighting to get money back from a slumlord and realizing I have to move again by end of April. I also have once again lost touch with my mother. That relationship has fallen apart, bro. So I would say that is selfish here is the need to express one's personal opinion in response to a plea for emotional support. We love you, Dan. And I'm here to hear you. I know that it can feel extra hard, right? To feel like we're being dismissed sometimes, especially when we're in a state of overwhelm. And you are loved, dear friend. We're here for you. I'm sure Sam didn't mean to say anything to try and hurt you. But that doesn't mean that you weren't hurt by what she said. All right. I'm gonna quickly give one of these plants water. It's looking a little bit crispy. You little crispy plant. There you go, little baby. There you go. Yeah, you look so dry. I was seeing one of them wilting. Don't wilt on me now. Okay, I'm back. Good morning, everyone. Nashi, good morning to you. We live life with intent and we stay prepared to pivot. Yeah. I think being willing to pivot is a very valuable skill, right? Especially when you realize that things are going awry. You're like, oh, okay, I did not mean for things to go this way. Let's pivot. Let's stop. Let's start moving in a new direction. Howdy, friends. Kiefer is here with us. Not an insensitive opinion. His response very sensitive. Love is true. Hey, what's going on, man? That's the longest scarf I've ever seen. You think so? It is a pretty long scarf, TBH. It is pretty long. It's pretty biggies. This is a scarf from a man named Steven. We used to call him Merman back in the day on the R-Pans. It's still so gorgeous. I love this orange. I would adorn myself in oranges like this and purples. That would be the outfit I wear. I think maybe that could be a thing to say about the whole pajamas thing as well, is that because part of me would like to dress so spectacularly, everything else in comparison to the style I would like to one day achieve is pajamas. I would like to have like big popped collars with like frills. I would like to have big old headdresses that give spikes. Oh yeah. I would like to do scarves that could lift themselves up like snakes next to me. Why not? Why not? Have fun with it. Right? Oh no. You had an accident on your unicycle? Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. You can see there's parts of me that's wrapped up. But I am recovering quickly, like really quickly. I did my yoga class this morning again, so I am fine enough to move. The only thing really that I'm like limited by is the adhesives on my plasters, right? Plasters. We call them pleister in Afrikaans. The adhesive on my band-aids, right? That's the only real limiting factor for me being able to practice my yoga today. And then I did notice there was some discomfort in extending my arms. This elbow took a little bit of a hit. This one is going to be, I think, bruised as well. Just a wee bit. Good morning. Let me see if I switch to all messages if I'll have a better context. Hey, Wang Daniel, I think that might be one of the first time I'm seeing your names, but maybe it is Daniel. I have another Daniel friend who practices yoga with me, and it might be you. Love, love, love to you, Emily. Thank you, friend. Love, love, love back. Type shit her. I'm probably just randomly sending gifts to people because I got it for free. I still appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Love is true. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The opposite of emotional sensitivity. Yeah. What you're saying is you're a glass half full kind of guy. Sometimes I think it's a matter of circumstance, right? If I've been having a glass half empty kind of experience, then I might have a glass half empty kind of reaction, right? But if I've been having a glass half full kind of experience, right? Like for instance, that morning that I did the stream topic on groggy and grateful. That morning, I was feeling pretty groggy, right? I took Benadryl for the first time, and it messed me up. Like it did not treat me well. I was like, whatever that wasn't a vibe, right? My poor H1 serotonin receptors got suppressed to the point where my ability with my acetylcholine to form memories felt like it was put in jeopardy. I literally felt like somebody took a freaking ice cream scooper to my brain a little bit, right? But I was still grateful. I was still grateful to continue existing. So maybe there was like glass half full kind of reaction in my topic, right? Yeah, groggy, but still grateful to be. And then the day kind of continued, and we got in the car so that we can leave for home. And Joe graciously, with love, put my water bottle in the car as we were trying to pack everything. But I did put my water bottle in a place where I could like maybe fill it with water again, right? So in the shuffle of us getting in the car and getting left, I didn't fill my water bottle back up again, right? And I'm a thirsty person. I drink usually about a half a gallon a day, and I feel my bottle and I go, it's half empty, right? And she goes, interesting that you use that word, saying it's half empty, right? It's not half full, it's half empty. And I did use the word, it's half empty. And, she called to awareness me into that moment. And I admitted, like, yes, that is true. It's true. So, it depends. It depends on the kind of experience you're having sometimes. I think it's still apt that you can bring yourself back to that glass half full kind of experience. But sometimes we can be overwhelmed, let's say, by having many of those experiences in succession. That you were speaking to Sam. How old did you say you were? Guess first. Let's play this game. Puts light better. Yes. Yes. I'm spring chicken. Is what I am. Guess first. Maybe somebody in chat's gonna tell you by the time I get there. My friend has a saying that death lives. Basically saying it's a part of our existence. I feel like I don't know if you were there for that part of the conversation, Nancy, but I said something very similar earlier. I'll get that, brother. I like real stuff too. That's why I do the martial arts. Oh, okay, Kung Fu Panda. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. That is one of my favorite Kung Fu Panda lines. Don't walk on the dirty floors in public. Yeah. I learned that lesson quickly as a kid. Grass is gray. We got Yibby Skleeflom Gavity Goo joining us too. I went downhill on my mountain bike yesterday, maybe over 30 miles an hour. I thought of you because I didn't want to wipe out. Bro, that's nice. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. Riding your mountain bike. I'm happy that you didn't wipe out. Again, maybe you would have. Maybe there was a possibility where you did wipe out, but because I wiped out before you, You were extra vigilant, making sure to not wipe out. And in that case, you're welcome. You're so welcome, Gabs. I know I'm pretty great. Pretty nice guy. Falling for my friends. You look adorable. Me? Miss Banks? He is adorable. Not your response, Mel. Saying that it's selfish to wish to keep someone around when I ask for prayers about colon surgery is just plainly rude. That's what I was referring to, not what you said. I feel you, Dan. I feel you. I'm sorry. Right? I know that it wasn't the response that you might have looked for from our community. Maybe Sam is going through something as well. All right? Maybe Sam didn't sleep well enough because she was dealing with baby stuff. Maybe this morning there was, something that irritated her and a fight could have happened, right? Like I try sometimes to have a little bit of grace, especially with you friends, because I know all of you are good people, right? And none of you want to be rude or want to be dismissive. And it doesn't mean that we can't be rude or we aren't sometimes dismissive, but it does mean that I trust and I believe in you friends enough, even though I don't like using the word believe, right? I believe in you friends enough to give you the benefit of the doubt, even if we do sometimes fall short. Sympathizer. Oh, for what it's worth, I agree with you, Dan Dan, and I love you for expressing that boundary. Yeah, it is a boundary, right? Drawing lines in the sand, being like, nope, this is not okay. Right here, you see this line? This is where you cross the line, right? It is boundary setting. I agree. Hey again, Daniel. Gate says, Dan, I'm sorry about your friend. I hope he pulls through, sending healing thoughts your way. Thank you, Kate. I'm going to start doing hot yoga again. So excited. That's great, Monique. I hope it serves you well. Hot yoga is something that I've done only once. Only done hot yoga one time. And I did enjoy it. It felt pretty novel, I think is the word I would use. It's not something that I've done a lot, of course. I've done more yoga just on a mat than in a hot environment. But it was fun. I did it with Christian. It was nice kind of being guided as well. Going through the basement this morning, found a box of old newspaper clippings of my mother and father advertising their bands. They met at the Hi Hat Club in Tampa in 1946. Yeah, Kate's mom and dad were jazz artists. And it's cool to see the photos in her home, see her dad. Her dad was a filmmaker as well, photographer too. Trey is here again. Good morning, Monique. You're welcome to join us in the morning over Zoom for the gentle hatha practice to build momentum for the day. It's true what Joe says. I have a yoga class, and even though I would love, from a financial perspective, if you would pay for my classes, all right? However, from a spiritual perspective, I know that you are me, and I know that me would like to practice yoga even if I cannot afford to do so. So we post the link for free in the Discord. So if you want to practice yoga, if you want to follow, if you want to be a part of a little community, if you want to have an accountability buddy, that's a good place to start. I'm thinking about our friend Louisiana right now. I haven't seen her in a while. Missing her. Sending her love. If you're here listening, dear friend, join us on the yoga. He said it's only half full. There we go. Did I say half? Did I say half full? Thought I said half empty. I'm bad. Sorry. My bad. I misremembered. Optimist or pessimist? Absolutely, Joe Bot. Thank you. Namaste. You look like you're 12 with that haircut. Patty bad fingers. Joke's on you. Now I'm gonna keep this haircut even more. 26. Nice. That's still younger than I actually am, and we take those as wins. Thank you, creators, not creatures. The link to the Zoom yoga is posted on Discord in the Yoga Floka tab every morning at 8:30 Eastern time. I think that's what it is. The Discord link should be on Mel's YouTube profile. That's true. Thank you, Jean. Yes, thank you indeed. Not a douchebag. I'm not a douchebag. Wow, thank you, creator. That's so I find myself a little bit baggy of douchums sometimes, right? Just because I have like a certain attitude, right? I kind of engage with a little bit of like, oh yeah, but only because it's fun, not because I'm trying to be a douchebag. Not your fault, Mel. I can offer grace while still asserting my boundaries. Agreed. I'm not trying to coach you on how you should be either. I'm just, if anything, trying to maintain our space, right? Trying to maintain the peace that we have in this space. I think I did that gracefully this morning. No hard feelings to anyone here in this chat. I love you all equally. We love you too. There's synchronicity. The word boundary said just as I'm typing it. Yep, that's the way it is. Monique. Monique. Oh, it's not Monique. It is creators. Okay. I, for some reason, thought it was Monique's messages. It was right in the middle of hers. Love to you. Creators, not creatures. Your username was so wholesome. All right. Like, I kind of agree with that. I think we do sometimes joke about us being humanimals, but we are creators, as you said, not just creatures. Okay, that's so cool. Thanks for sharing. That's cool about your parents. Might hurt your knuckles, Trey. Trey, you need to stop thinking about physical muscles and start exercising your social muscles, because your attempt at trolling are lazy and weak. Ooh, you got him. You got him. Get cold, weak, Trey. You might have big, strong moosles, but you're still big, soft brain. Mm, let me see. I'm just going to do like a this. Have yourself disappeared forever. Yes. Yes, they're not there. Just saying. Creators, you're right. We are Wacko Tech TX. Melt took my wife and he insists that she belongs to him. I'm sorry to say, Dan, but she's better being my wife than yours. Yep. What's that? Yep, she just let me know that she's doing her jumping jacks. And she loves jumping jacks. That's her favorite thing. And Dan wouldn't let her do jumping jacks. But me, being the superior partner, I let her do jumping jacks all day. All the jumping jacks that she wants to do. She just yep, she's still doing jumping. Why? 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 Aw, I was having fun with him, Joe. Yeah. I might have like put them into the ground. Yeah, we could have maybe had some more fun, but it's true. Maybe he'll be back in like 10 minutes. Trey, there's something I want to hit in this moment. That's not weights. Melty. Hey, Tristan. Yeah. How you doing? It's nice having you here. Hey, I found a sock yesterday. Maybe one of Joe's? A sock that's not yours, Kate? I'm guessing so. Could be. Noodle might have carried a sock away. I won't be surprised. Yes, a sock that was not mine makes sense. Guess what? I'm getting for my birthday. Is it your birthday today, Tristan? Is this the way you're telling us that it's your birthday? Did I leave a fuzzy sock? I think that's the ones that I did see. Might be a fuzzy sock that stayed behind. Well, for context, the branch, the Davidian cult members of Waco, TX, all surrendered their wives to the cult leader David Koresh. In 1992, the Clinton admin suspected child abuse. Jeeps. Can you imagine, right? Like, this is the part that's kind of like hard for me to fathom. I can't imagine joining a cult in general, right? I can't imagine having a cult, right? I feel like the amount of what's the word I'm looking for? Expectation that would be put upon you if you were a cult leader. Like, goes beyond my mind. But even if I was so motivated to want to start a cult, right? I wouldn't even know where to start in the way that I would try and convince people to join me in my cultedness. And then for someone to be convinced to give me their wife if they join said cult, right? Like, how many steps did you, how many, how many layers of like, maybe this is not a bad idea, maybe this is a bad idea, sorry, maybe this is not a good idea, that you have to like get past before like giving your wife to some guy. Yeah, but he's cult leader. His pepness is holy. He got holy pepness. I'm sorry, Tristan. You shouldn't be hearing these conversations, bro. It's July 3rd. Okay, that's still a while away. How do you know what you're gonna get all the way on July 3rd? Did you ask for something specific? Yeah. Yes, Joe, you left a fuzzy sock. Well, even more reason to pay another visit and get that fuzzy sock back. I'm getting an M4 airsoft gun. It costs 3,000 rand. That's pretty expensive. I'm sure it's nice in that case. Probably has like one of those electronic reloaders. Probably has one of those continuous firing majiggers. I'm trying to relate, Tristan. I'm trying to be cool unk. Like, wow, got a cool gun. How many rounds? How many pellets can take at one time? Do you have like a big drum magazine for it? Is it one of those little that you pop in? I'm guessing it has batteries, right? At that price, it probably does work with some electronics. Somebody sent help. I should put some mousse in my hair, but I'm opting out of doing that. Do you want to know the difference between religion and cults? Sure. But my favorite thing, there's a difference to me between religion and spirituality. And that difference is religion is when a bunch of people come together and they agree on what God is to them, right? That's what I believe religion is. It's like we all come together in this church or in this building, and then we agree that God is gestures a set of ideas, right? Bible and stories and Savior, and right? Then there's an agreement that is had, where spirituality is the pursuit of what God is. Where you can go to the church, you can go to the mosque, you can go to the middle of the forest, and you can still find God, right? Without having to agree with anyone. That's the journey I find myself on, trying to have a spiritual relationship with life. A cult, I believe, is when someone tries to gatekeep, tries to tell you that you have to follow me in order to spirituality, right? In order to get to God. That only through me and my divine holiness can you ever hope to achieve enlightenment. And and I've said this to you friends before, if I ever start making such claims, that's a good time to leave, because I'm like barely holding on sometimes, right? I'm barely conscious enough to call myself aware. I'm trying to, for the most part, be as enlightened as I can hope to be, but I am more than willing to admit that I don't have all the answers. I can show up and consciously evolve every single day, and we do that together. But it is an active pursuit. I don't think I'll ever be. Maybe when I'm in my 60s or 70s, maybe then I'll be enlightened man 5000. But it's an active pursuit. There's no getting there. There's only heading there. We're just heading there always, forever. Imagine being such a loser you get banned from a YouTube channel, so you make another account to continue trolling. For me, the loser part is you make another account to continue trolling, and then instead of like coming up with anything other, like anything original, you say the exact same thing, right? Like maybe if you were gonna create another account to continue trolling in a way that is new, novel, so that other people can't pick up on the fact that it's the same person trolling. That to me is the real stupid. That's this on him. Has Trey ever considered showing off? It's much more pleasant. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all's conversation. Yeah, no, it's a wild one today, Tristan. Keval, hey bro. I think we were talking about you just like 2 days ago, dude. Yesterday? Maybe yesterday. No, it was Sunday. Love to you. Keval, how you doing, bro? Dan says, bro, I had a full metal M4 airsoft gun of a 9.6 volt battery when I was a kid. I was feared on the battlefield. 200 rounds, that's a lot of rounds. Thing weighed 8 pounds, like a real gun, essentially. We got Escandalo joining us too. Cable being said hi to. How are you, friend? And of course, Melt. We love you, Cable. How are you doing, bro? How's life treating you? You still writing poetry? Cable has been doing well. I don't know if you friends know, but Cable has been, I want to use the word, not promoted, but that's the word I was thinking about. Like Cable, through his continued live streams and his continued almost like talking to the community, has equipped himself with the skills to be a host, right? An MC for events. He's done poetry readings. He's being paid to be someone who talks, essentially, right? I'm proud of you, bro. I don't know if you're still here, but maybe you can tell us some of your achievements so we can celebrate you. Combat Journey says, in a cult, there is a charismatic leader who runs everything and comes up with the dogma, and Reese, all their rewards. And they're crazy, and a religion that guys did. I feel like I missed a little bit of context there at the end, but yeah, it's usually the charismatic leader thing, right? And I'm more than willing to admit that maybe I have some charisma, but I don't have the gall, I would say, to assume that I know what's best, right? I can tell you what I think is best, right? Like if I had to like set rules for this community, I'd be like, in this community we don't drink alcohol because it's been proven. There's like empirical data that consuming alcohol begets 120 different types of cancers, right? And I would like 0 types of cancer, so I don't drink alcohol, right? But I can share this information. I think as soon as it becomes if you want to be in our community, then you are not allowed to do so ever, right? And if you were caught doing so, then you were going to be shunned and made fun of. I feel like that's where it comes in, right? It's like the room. It's like the willingness to perpetuate a truth and then realizing that the truth stands by itself. The truth doesn't need your effort. The truth doesn't need you to defend it. The truth is fine. The truth's going to be fine, all right? It's going to be okay at the end of the day. And I feel like that's what it is about for me. See, I show up with the truth. I believe the truth is love, right? I try and show up every day, and I try to be as loving as I can be. I don't always succeed. Sometimes I fall short too. But I'm trying, little by little. I'm so dandy. The weather is warming up. Adventure awaits. How's you? Mine has a full metal. Mine is also full metal with a silencer, and it holds 200 bullets and has full auto. That's pretty cool. Have a good day. Weather is heating up here. Adventure beckons, and I find my feet itching to leave. Are you guys talking about cults? No, we weren't talking about going down the sewer slide, but or something. There was some things there. No sewer sliding. More just talking about the fact that that stuff happens. I don't believe in that. Good. I'm glad to see you're also doing well and having fun, questing in life. Never stopping, right? We get Dan saying, yep, yep, yep. The dark side is a cult man. Only through me can you gain power greater than any Jedi. Oh, absolutely. The man in the White House has also said, only I can fix it. Just saying. It is a gatekeeping thing. That's the biggest telltale sign of a cult, I believe, right? Is as soon as you are being told in any way that you cannot, by yourself, have a divine relationship, right? Have a meeting with God, if you want to use that word, become enlightened, find peace, right? As soon as you get told, yes, there is peace to be found, but first give me 10 daras, and then I'll help you find peace, all right? As soon as it's a first me, then you peace, run away. It's not true. All you need to find peace is to breathe. There are hundreds of different breathwork exercises that you can do, and most of them will bring you peace. And it's free. It's free. You can go and breathe for free. I ain't got nothing to sell you. You need to go breathe. That's the kind of adventure are you seeking? Cable, do let us know. Melt out here advising trolls. Great question. Well done. You know me. You know me, Cable, trying to help the trolls. Be like, come on, troll. Step up your troll game. Oh, you're embarrassing me. All right. Like, if I'm gonna have trolls, I would like to have high tier trolls. All right. Really intelligent, sophisticated trolls that really hate me and make it their goal to like try and break me down in more and more clever ways. But if it's stupid, right, then I'm just like unoriginal, very unoriginal. I don't feel anything. Try and make me feel something though. Like I like feeling things. Anyways, I got to go. It was nice having you here, Tristan. I'm sure you're excited for your new toy, bro. Your BB gun, as we used to call it, BB gun. Airsoft is what it's called now. Airsoft sounds lame, right? Air is soft, and soft is soft. Soft gun. BB gun. Shooting people with BBs. Producing microplastics. Yeah, I hope that you get some sort of BB that's like dissolvable. Dissolvable. One of those that melt in the water or something. Take holy water for these people. I need some holy water. You're right, Tristan. I seek adventures in art and martial arts. We actually have a friend, I don't know if he's here right now, Cable, that's been suggesting that I get into martial arts. He wants me, well, I want to, but he did try and get me to go to his studio. I want to start doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it is going to be a matter of finding a place to do so. Would be cool to be able to fight. All the love to you, Melt, and everyone else, to you as well, Cable. What are you talking about? And yes, of course, I'm still writing poetry. I'm just making sure, oh, you better. Freaking better. That's not Tristan. Please, please, be careful of that thing. Wear a full face mask and have lots of fun. It's good advice, Dan. I'm here. I'm still here. Thank you so much for the kind words. I truly mean it. My biggest achievement is just showing up again and again, even through the day-to-day drudgery. Yeah, isn't that poignant? So apt as a point to really bring into our minds is that no matter what you do, no matter how impressive, no matter the accolades, no matter the celebration, no matter the people blowing smoke up your ass, all right, the real thing that's going to be your biggest achievement, as Cable said, is just showing up day after day. Just being able to continue being, because that is the thing that gets you here ultimately, right? Gets you here in this moment so we can be, so we can celebrate, so we can love, and be present again. Dan says, Melt, if you're looking for something to watch, there's a docudrama on Netflix called Wacko. That's really good. It's a deep dive into the branch. I'm not really into that stuff. I like that they make it, right? And maybe there's something for me to learn, but I've been watching very little TV. In fact, I don't think me and Joe has watched a single episode of something in like 2 weeks. We started watching a show called Shrinking. I think we only recently finished season 1, right? So it took us like 8 weeks to finish 10 episodes of something. Usually I'm a watch 7 episodes in a night kind of person. But since coming here, I've not been. And if I'm going to watch something, I don't know if I want to watch something about cults. Right. I guess there's a morbid curiosity that like I can notice there's an underlying What's happening there? Morbid curiosity in me, but do I want to care? I don't know. I don't know if I want to care. I learned to accept both based and cringe, cool and normie. Just being state, rather, I'm learning. Always learning. Learning from ourselves, learning from life, learning about ourselves from life. Dan says it's honestly bonkers. David Koresh thought he was going to bring about the end times by opening the seven seals referenced in the book of Revelation. He was so serious. He's legit out of his mind. Yeah. You have to be real crazy to unironically believe stuff like that. I think I'm the right amount of crazy where I believe I can change the world. I do. I think I can change the world. But I don't think I can change the world by breaking the seven seals mentioned in the books of Revelation, right? For me, my change of the world is very pragmatic from a perspective of I show up every day, I touch the lives of people, those people show up every day, they touch the lives of others, and if I can influence, can affect, can put out ripples of love into the world, then and those ripples hit others who can then put out ripples, who can then hit others, who can then put out ripples. That's how I envision changing the world. And it is going to be a matter of having all of you friends change the world with me. It's not something I can hope to do alone. And maybe it's still crazy to think I can, but I think it's kind of cool to hold that as a possibility, to imagine it possible with you friends. Heading out to the gym right now, but always love to see us in this space of learning, love, and growth. Same growth. What a lovely oxymoron. Bye and much love. Love to you, Cable. We'll see you again soon. I like that attitude poetry. He was a Arpan friend as well, Dan. I'm sure you remember seeing him. Who among us has not been cringe before? I definitely lean into the cringe. I am emboldened by cringe. Right? Cringe is one of my superpowers. Am I making you cringe right now? You see? I'm using my powers right now to induce mega cringe inside of you. Who among us has not been cringe? All among us has been cringe. Monique, it's kayak season, hiking and all the nature-loving adventure in. I'm pumped, Joe. Way really likes to hike as well, and we're waiting for the first weekend that it's in the 60s to go hike a mountain upstate. That's wholesome, Dan. I hope that goes well, bro. Yeah, it's been kind of like nice, temperate here for the most part. I like hiking when it's 6 degrees Celsius, like when it's in the 50s. I personally like it. However, I know most people don't. For me, it's great. I can just keep hiking. I can like push myself to hundreds plus BPM and I can just stay there. And it's like, yeah, this is fun. This is nice, actually. The heartbeat keeps me warm. I'm asking for ideas and going to visit the ocean tomorrow. You ever fly a kite? Flying a kite's pretty fun. We have the best trolls here. A lot of people are saying, trolls here. We have the best trolls. The world is looking to us for trolls. It's really incredible, fantastic. In that voice. I tried. I did try. I saw you going at the end. I saw what you were going for. We have the best trolls here. A lot of people are saying the trolls here. We have the best trolls. The world is looking us. The world is looking to us for trolls. It's really incredible. Fantastic. Yeah, it needs some work, Dan. Needs a little bit of work. Cringe. Get super powered. Yeah, I do love the ocean. Which coast? I'm here. I'm still ready for you to ride out at least and give me one day, like a Saturday. I might. It's not an impossibility, Mr. Journey. It's not an impossibility. However, driving multiple hours is exhausting to me. I do like the scenery. I like seeing it, but I am definitely idealizing or fantasizing about the possibility of having a car that drives me, right? Self-driving cars instead, because there's definitely a lot of locked inness when I'm driving. Maybe too much. Waco. Ah, okay. Well, wacko sounds better. because it sounds like crazy. And then being a little wackadoodle. It's totally doable. It is doable. Although it's funny that you keep pronouncing it wacko and David. Yeah, yeah. You see. Yes, I get that personally. I'm low key addicted to that morbid curiosity. Yeah, I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix as well during the time that it was like very popular because of the morbid curiosity as well. But then after I watched it, I was like, now what? Kind of thing, you know? It's like, did I benefit? Did I gain something? Am I a better person? I don't think I am. I think I'm just now aware that some people eat other people, you know? And I was just like, it's kind of one of those, right? West Coast, Laguna Beach. I'm just going to read and soak up the sun and ocean water, toes in the sand, smiling as big as I can. Absorb all of that good. Monique, hope you have a beautiful time out there. That sounds so heavenly. That visual felt like a breath of fresh air. It really did, right? Have you ever watched Eric Andre's show? He is the master of cringe. Yes, I have watched Eric Andre's show. I like your drip. Thanks. DSAFG. DGAF. Thanks. My drip is technically pajamas, but okay, balling out my mind, getting complimented wearing pajamas. I just need like one of those gold chains that's this thick gold chain weighs 15 pounds, solid gold. Then I can wear whatever I want. I can walk around naked, and my outfit will still be expensive. Right? People can still like my drip. Eric Andre and Knoxville together get me geeked out. They really are fun. That's so wholesome of way. Going for a walk. Hello. It's nice having you. Are you a fan of Cowboy Bebop? Beat Boop? I know Cowboy Bebop. And I don't know if I can say I'm a fan as much as I did watch it and I liked it when I watched it. And I did watch the live action because I liked Cowboy Bebop enough. And then I proceeded to instantly forget everything that I saw watching that live action. I wish I was joking, but like I watched that and then it completely evaporated from my brain. And then there was another instance where I was like, did I watch this? And then I skipped through it and I was like, I definitely watched this, but clearly I didn't like it enough to try and remember a single thing. How about you, boss? As Bob Ross, how about you? You like Cowboy Bebop? Yo, we are vibing. Every time I get on the New York City subway, I say a little prayer. Please let today be the day Eric Andre pranks my subway car. That would be insanely fun, bro. Every time I see Zoe, I think, bird up. Andre, that's hilarious. Andre, hello. Bob Ross, I've seen a few episodes. It's pretty okay. No influence on my name, though. I'm a big fan of painting with Bob Ross. Yeah, I haven't technically done a painting with Bob Ross yet. However, I've watched a lot of Bob Ross. Just almost like from the cathartic perspective. Just to have my central nervous system regulated by his calm demeanor. Yes. Joe sent me something yesterday about how when people join together in a space, they co-regulate. And because I am in a position of authority, right? I have the authority in that word to just turn the stream off if I wanted to. I have the authority to say things in this space without maybe a character limit. That apparently I am the highest ranking in the hierarchy, right, of this space, this immediate space. And in that way, apparently, our bodies and our brains are more likely to regulate towards that hierarchy, right, towards that top-down kind of way of experiencing this moment. And she talked about how the yogi, the teacher, needs to be calm in a way where he helps co-regulate his community space, right? And I don't know if I've been better at that today, showing up with a little bit of mindfulness of that, but I've been trying. I really have been trying. And I feel Bob Ross understood that. I don't know if he understood it with intention, but I do think he understood it with action. Hey Bob, I love Bob Ross, chillest man ever. He really is. And a nice little tree will live right here. And yeah, he's a happy little tree there. Don't forget his pet pocket squirrels. Yeah, makes me think about prairie dogs. I've been seeing a lot of prairie dogs on the internet. They look very cute. Very cute little prairie doggers. It's been an hour already. Wow. Part of me is wondering if I want to pull a card. I think I'll do so. I think I'll pull a work your light card today. Woo! What happened? There is little pieces of debris. Little debris pieces in my box of cards. Here comes a sneeze. Are those plants yours? Yes. Yes, Ursula. Am I the one who brought them here? No. I have a beloved, a fiancé, who is a lover of all things living. And she's the one who has been gathering all of these little entities to adorn our space with the living. They do need some water. I think that's going to be the plan today, giving them all a little bit of a drink. He replied to letters written to him. My grandma had a written reply from him somewhere. He was a big, big influence on her, and therefore, me too. I'm a plant lover too. That's cute, Ursula. Yeah, it is definitely a nice thing to have these little plants in my space like this. It's not something I'm used to. We don't do plants much in our homes in South Africa. Or at the very least, I haven't been around many homes where people do put plants in their home. It is a lot of effort, all right? I can imagine. I've seen Joe. I mean, you have to give them water, I guess. I did give that one water, and its leaves look a little bit less wilted than it did at the start of stream. Good hair. Thanks. Thank you. I didn't do anything to it today. It's pretty much unstyled. This is my hair as I woke up with it. So it's very floofy. Sometimes I'll put some product in it to get it to stick together a bit, and then it allows me to style it a bit more as well. But today has been pajama day. I'm wearing my pajamas even. We're taking it easy, allowing ourselves to be loved, despite the fact that we're not dressed in a cool outfit. Love that cut and style. Thank you. It does curl naturally. The cut is just my side profile. You can start seeing my gray hairs too. Little gray hair starting to show up. Oh, I'm getting old. Damn it. Starts putting retinol on face. I wish I was joking, but it's true. I'm gonna fight aging for as long as I can, Ursula. If death comes, I'm gonna beat his ass. Better watch out, death. I'm not playing around, death. I will fight you. Me and Death has had this conversation. Yep. Thinking about some of the jokes we made last time. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. I'm inching up on 32 and still have no gray hairs. That's unfair. Come on, universe. How can Dan be like 5 years older than me, have gray in his name, and still get gray only after me? Come on, universe. My mom got gray. Like she was like literally gray to the point where she had to start coloring her hair when she was 34, I'm pretty sure. So I do got the genetics of getting gray quicker. But I don't mind it. I think getting a few silver strings through my brown hair is going to only add character. I'm gonna look so mature. Yes. Yes, I am maturities. Yes. Sure, I could tell you how to fix carburetor or something. Yes, I could listen to a vehicle and be like, I think this thing is probably wrong. Yes, I could F's in chat. Oh, you're gonna get banned. Oh, you're gonna get banned though. Watch this stream. Poof, disappears. Somebody told me to stop. Somebody told me to stop. Thank you, Dad. Hey, Dad and Joe. Yeah. That's what it's like, bro. That's what it's like not being in control. Stop. Toasty. I haven't seen you say stop in forever. We got our beloved. You have no power whatsoever. Not even a little bit of power. Oh, didn't we pull this card like the other day? I'm pretty sure we did. Tag team high five. Nice. Toasty. The card that you pulled today is called Trust Your Path. I started this job when I was 30, and the city employees gave my boss shit for hiring someone right out of college. He sent in the resume I applied with, and they apologized. People and their judgments. I mean, at least you look good, Dan. That's a win. Oh wow, Joe, that was creative. That's like my kind of dad humor. More like sans gray. Get it? Toasty, ghostly, happy you're here, right? Trust your path. Are you trusting your path? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I knew I would be supported no matter what, even if I was wearing pajamas. So sometimes that's what you would do. Sometimes you'd be comfortable when you otherwise might not have been. One more time. A good look at this card. Trust your path. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. You friends are way too nice. These people have no room here. I am putting you in a dark box and I'm locking it, throwing away the keys. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they're waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year you have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning. But if you have a little faith and you keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could have imagined. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path. Let your soul lead the way. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The circle of life stings today. A day of remembrance indeed. Part of getting older, I suppose. Much love. Much love, bro. Trust your path, toast. One step in front of the other is all that's required of us right now. Keep stepping forward. When did you get so wise and stoic, Toast? Appreciate your tidbits. When? Toast has been wise and stoic, I'm pretty sure, from the get-go. I don't think I've not seen him wise and stoic. My friend, mush mush, you're loving, loved, and worthy of it. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me. I did finish my flowers. Yay! Yeah! Happy, 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 happy. I finished my flowers, and so I will show you. I'll show you a piece of art. Yes. A piece of art will be shown. What's happening? So many things are happening. All of my notifications trying to notify me of things. I think I'll show you. I do have two to show you, technically. This is the one that I showed you yesterday, because it was done. Jobot, you bring the best vibes. Thank you. I enjoy the positivity. Monique, love to you, dear friend. Joe really is a pillar of support and love in this space with us. Watch me get heart eyes now because of how much she loves. Kunk. Nope, that's the day before's. Here was the one I was supposed to show you yesterday. Bzz, bzz. Hard eyes. Love you, Joe. Toasty posting. Is those gemstones? Flowers and flowers. Oh. Yeah. Impermanence, the reminder. Grief is the price we pay for love. And when the grief passes over, we conclude it was worth it 1,000 times over. Love is infinite. Keeps on giving into infinity. Remain loving. Best thing you can do is to remain loving. All right, and then the last one. This was yesterday's final piece. It certainly is, yeah. Toasty agrees. Life's impermanence. Zwamp. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Toast. If you want to share with us the details of what you're going through, we'd be more than willing to receive you. But if not, know that you are very loved and held. We appreciate you finding some quiet, some sanctuary, some love in this space. New worlds await. Don't let the groggy take your grateful. Lessons learned in the hurt. Get up after you fall. Those are the 3 little writings. Just hug your grandma if you can. Bro. Don't have a grandma to hug right now. That's close. But we can put arms on ourselves and allow this moment to be a hug to all grandmas in the world. Love is true. Thank you, dear friends, for joining me, for sharing in this space. I suddenly felt called to play you friends some kalimba. Just had this sense of like, I think I need to do that. My microphones need to be charged as well. Sorry about that. This one is going to be pretty loud now. But it should be good for the kalimba. There we go. And just like that, a kalimba got played. We got to finish off our live stream with a calm little serenade. I appreciate you friends for joining me again. It's always a pleasure sharing in this space. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Love ya. You be good now. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you as well. Sometimes they don't take as good care of them as you might. I love you, friends. Thank you for taking care of this space with me. Goodbye.